Joining us now to talk more on this is Dr. Christopher Schneider, social media expert and professor at Brandon University. Doctor, welcome to Forum Daily.
Hello.
Now, what is the context around this tweet by Chrystia Freeland that led it to being flagged by Twitter?
Well, the idea is the context of the tweet. It was a larger video clip that Freeland or her representatives had taken, and they spliced together. So they removed some of the statements, some of the remarks that O'Toole was making. It comes from a longer video clip, and then they put the video clip back together. I mean, Twitter allows you to share short video clips, so there might be numerous reasons why they edited it. Of course, they're being criticized for editing it to show O'Toole in an unflattering light. So they basically took out of context and then recontextualized it. The criticism is to advance the liberal agenda.
And has Twitter responded to any questions around the manipulated media label they gave that very tweet?
Twitter, as far as I am aware, has not responded to any questions regarding this particular circumstance. However, as you noted at the beginning of the segment, the conservatives are asking or requesting an investigation be done by Elections Canada. But I think that if there is an investigation, that we probably, in all likelihood, will be hearing more about this, and quite possibly from Twitter.
And what do we know so far about how Twitter identifies if a tweet qualifies as manipulated media?
Well, the policy in question here is called the Synthetic and Manipulated Media Policy. It was introduced by Twitter in February of 2020. And there are three criteria in which Twitter uses to judge media content. This can include video, audio, text, so on and so forth. And the three criteria are as follows. The first is, has the content been significantly or deceptively altered? The second is, has the content been shared in a deceptive manner? And the third is, the content likely to cause public harm. Now, Twitter provides a typology of these criteria on its website, and more likely than not, content that might fulfill one of these criteria or two of the criteria will be labeled as deceptive media. Generally, if it fulfills all three of those criteria, Twitter will remove the content from its website.
And does this policy apply to other social media giants, or is there a universal law that applies to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter so that they can identify misleading posts?
For misleading posts, no. The short answer is, regarding a universal law, if you will, is all of the social media giants are bound by or restricted by legal jurisdictions in different countries, right? So Canada has laws say that the United States might not. For example, hate speech. So hate speech can't freely be shared in a Canadian context on any of the social media giants because it's subject to the Criminal Code of Canada. Now, regarding deceptive content and other rules that different social media platforms might institute, they're all individual according to each particular platform. There is no one universal standard in terms of how they govern the content on their respective social media platforms.
All right, Dr. Schneider, just about a minute left here, but do you have any recommendations for our viewers who may be wondering how to detect incorrect information or misinformation online?
I think part of it is just being critical about the things that you consume, and very importantly, the things that you consume that are within your worldview, right? So it's very easy when somebody posts or shares something that you disagree with for you to dismiss it. It's much more difficult, I think, in my opinion, for people to be critical about the things that are consistent with their worldview. So before you share things, kind of press pause, as it were. Have a look at what you're sharing and maybe investigate it. Make sure that the claims are factual and correct before you share information. And I think this will contribute to an overall better election cycle for all Canadians.